Now that you have worked on your Boss at Home website on your WAMP or MAP, you're ready to start assignment 3. So in assignment 3, it's very similar to what you did the previous week, except that we are going to use our Kona website. Okay, so I would like you to copy your Kona website over to your WAMP or MAMP server. So you can go over to your documents where you had your Kona website, to right click, copy, and then go over to, again, your WAMP or MAMP, go into www, and I'm going to paste my Kona website in here. And then this is where you would start working on, okay? So you would have to do all the same steps in Kona as you did for the Puna WAMP. All right? So I'm not going to walk you through all these steps. You can go back and refer to last week's classes. Okay, so you can go back to course documents and class 9, October 6th. All right, so what you need to do is then to create a database and table in WAMP or MAMP. And the database and table would then be called, the database would be called Kona, and then the table would be called coffee, right? Let's go over to assignments and take a look. Right, so your database would be called Kona, and then your table would be called coffee, and this would be in the Kona database. And now in your coffee table, you're going to create the following columns. Okay, so last week we created the products table, and we created things like product ID, product cost, product name, product color. Okay, so for the coffee table, we're going to create coffee ID, coffee name, coffee price, coffee roast. Okay, note that if you make anything uppercase or anything like that at all, in your table, in your database, you also have to make the following uppercase in your PHP file. Anyway, so after you have created these columns, coffee ID, coffee name, coffee price, and coffee roast, I would like you to add 5 rows of data to your table. So this data can be, you should make this data up. Okay, so you can make it anything you want. Obviously the coffee ID would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then the coffee name, you can just look up, coffee shops and look up, it could be Colombian, Kenyan, Peruvian, and so on. And then the coffee price, you can also make it up, 10, 12, 13, 11, and that's up to you. There's no wrong or right, whatever you make up. And then the coffee roast can be, dark, medium, light roast. They could all be medium, okay? It's just important that you make up some data, 5 rows of data to your table. And then you would create a coffee.php page in your Kona. Okay, so in here you would create a coffee.php page, and in that coffee.php page, you would make a connection to your Kona database, and in particular to your coffee table. Okay, so how you would do that, you would look at the video from previous week's class, okay? Right here, first you would set up your site in MAMP or WAMP, then you would check connection to the database, and then you would display the data from your table, and make sure that you actually display it in a HTML table format, okay? Into an HTML table format. So you would have to make sure that you use the proper code here, and also important thing is that you would have to change, the row, the column names here, right? And let's go back to our assignment. All All right, so after that, you would also have to add the header, the nav, and the footer using the includes function, PHP function, just like all the other pages. Okay, you have to make sure that all the pages in your website for Kona work, and you still have all the other pages in your Kona website, plus and including the coffee.php. Okay, and in your nav.php, you now have to add the link to the coffee.php page. Now, after you have completed all this, you then have to submit the following. You have to submit an exported SQL table. Okay, so watch the video that's right here. It is also in your course document. So if you go into course documents, it is also in there, export database table video. And then after that, you have to zip your folder containing all your web files. So you would go into here, into WAMP, and then www, the Kona. After you've created all your web files, such as the coffee.php, including everything, you right click on it, then you will go to send to, and then compressed. And this is what you would attach as well. And then a video that demonstrates that all your pages work. So you would go to your page here in your browser, and then you would click through each page for your Kona site, not for Boss at Home. You would click through each page, and most importantly, your coffee page, and show me that the page works, and also show me this up here. So you can watch the video again for more information on what is expected of you in recording a demo of your website. I have a link here to download TinyTake, which is the application that I use to record, do all my recording of what I'm showing on my screen. But if you have something else that you'd like to use, please go ahead and do so. If you have questions about, what I want to see, or, you're having trouble recording a demo of your website, don't worry about it. Just get a hold of me and I can walk you through it. Or while I have you on Zoom, I might just want to take a look at video and you can just do a live demo for me. That is also fine. All right. So that is it for this assignments video. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know. Okay, I'm happy to help you out, and do please make sure that you submit all 3 of these. So when you click into assignment 3, make sure that you browse your computer for your zipped folder, for your SQL table, and then the link. I would like you to send me a link, so you would just add the link in your comments. If I can't find your link, I will get a hold of you, and I will just request it from you directly, or we can have a Zoom session. You can do a live demo for me.